Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com with Mike Briggs and Athena. I have here with me Santiago wait, how do you say it? Camarena. Camarena. And I know, as a pharmaceutical rep, I used to call him Madeira, so I used to go to the Camarena Health Center in Madeira. So I used to say Camarena. I try to roll my R's. You are an author. Tell us the name of the book, because it's a French book.
That's a French word, and the name is Voir.
Vaudire.
And
Vaudire. I almost sound Italian though. Vaudire.
What
is it about?
It's the word is the oath that prospective jurors get when they're being interviewed for a jury trial. And,
to
jury
tell
selection.
the truth. Yeah.
So they put them under oath first, and then they ask them questions.
Very, very nice. What is this about? Is it about being in the jury selection?
No, it's a life story of a gentleman, native New Mexican. And
is it about you?
No, they asked me to do it because of similarities in our lives.
Yes.
And so his life is well documented, and it talks about him losing his father early on in his life through an accident, and the way that changed his life as far as juvenile delinquency, becoming involved with getting in trouble, how he was exposed to drugs and alcohol, and the first exposure to police, law enforcement, and it just the whole process just followed through with getting in trouble and doing crime and incarceration. And the two main topics of the book is the 1980 Santa Fe prison riot, which today is still the most brutal prison riot in the history of America.
Santa Fe, New Mexico?
Yes. And the two murder trials of a young police officer there in Albuquerque. Because of all the issues that it covers, the single parent, juvenile delinquency, and drugs and alcohol, incarceration, a jury trial, and then the riot. It's probably has something that they would do with a lot of different peoples across all levels of our society, as far as young mothers, correctional officers because of the riot, police officers because of the arrest and different things that happened.
Yes.
Judges, because he went through about 3 different judges.
So what happened to this gentleman? Was he in prison? Did he get sentenced to life in prison, or is it about the trial and what happens within the trial?
Like I said, the two main topics is the riot and the trial.
Oh, I'm sorry, the riot and the trial. Got it. Okay, so it's both.
So it covers a lot of issues, and because of that,
yes,
and because his life was well documented, it seems like it would be something good for use in rehab and reform situations.
Yes.
Training as far as correctional officers and a lot of different mistakes that happened prior to the riot.
Yes.
Police officers might benefit by having an adversarial point of view. Lawyers, because of the process they had to go through during his jury trials and different errors that might have been made or may not have been made.
Yes.
And then even judges, the relationship that he had with the judges that he was going to trial with, and so it covers a lot of different aspects of our society, and I think that it would be good for anybody, whatever walk of life that you're coming from. It would do good as far as if you're even starting to be getting in trouble. It would do someone good. Start to read about this, because it's always hard to advise somebody to stay away from drugs and alcohol when they're doing it.
Yeah. I don't mean to laugh, but yeah.
And so if they read somebody else's experience, and because this person was like a leader of men, he was credited for saving the lives of 2 prison guards during the riot, and so he, on the inside, conceded to himself that he was wrong in the way he understood and perceived life. So he changed. He stayed in there, and he ended up passing away in there. But he changed his life, and it's a strong message to anybody who's living that life or
Yes.
going down that path.
Maybe like the criminal life or addict or anything like that. This could happen to you.
Yeah,
Maybe. Hopefully
anybody.
not. Or anyone.
And how it affects, everybody, right down the chain of the economic chain, social chain, and
Yes.
cultural, no matter who it is. It's the same story that's going on all across America, and it's...
I didn't realize this in 1980, the Santa Fe prison riot was so huge. I didn't
It
realize
was
that.
world-renowned.
Yes.
Got news of it, got over there to Russia and the prisons over there. It was known
Yes.
throughout a lot of the prisons because news like this gets out, and it was infamous for the brutality because of the inmates who were killed were only killed by other inmates. It was really gruesome. I could say some of the details in it, but
But it sounds like...
it's his point of view, so it doesn't tell the whole story about the riot because it's only his point of view.
Yes.
But it's plenty to get a good picture of it, of what happened, what led up to it, and then different things that different people were going through as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
but it sounds like, you had to be really accurate with a lot of the facts, and it just sounds like you can learn a lot about history and what...
research and...
A lot of
I moved
research.
to New Mexico to do the book, actually.
Did you really? For how long?
Well, I was over there for a year, and then I ended up staying.
I've been to Albuquerque. I've never been to Santa Fe, but I heard Santa Fe is beautiful.
Taos, Santa Fe, the whole state is. When I first seen it, it's a high desert,
Yes.
and so I thought,
It's
this
nice.
don't look nothing like California.
No, because I lived in Phoenix too. It kind of reminds me
But
of
there's
Phoenix.
a lot of beautiful places. They got mountains and rivers and everything. And the living is easy over there, so it's nice.
And your background, it's interesting because your background, you grew up in the Central Valley, and your family was in farming, and even your life, you didn't have an easy life.
No. As I said, I was approached to do the book because of my background as far as...
that's what it sounds like.
Other than the extremities in the book,
Yes.
mine and this person's life are similar, which, sorry to say, it's happening all across America. A lot of people are going through the same thing, and before you know it, 23 years have passed by and you're in the same thing. When I was a teenager, I was told, you should get some counseling.
Yep.
And I told the people, no, you're crazy. I don't need no counseling. I'm okay.
Yeah.
25 years later, I should have went to the counseling.
Exactly. Live each day as if there's no tomorrow and listen to your reasoning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was good therapy for me, so I know that it would be a good rehab book for anyone who's wanting to put the brakes on what's going on with their life, or even parents or the
struggling
child.
or anything.
So I enjoyed doing it. I thought it was something important, a good message to get out to anyone who cares.
It is a good message, and then the website, I can't see that far now. Is it the name of your book, SeekTruth.com? Tell us your website and how we can get the book.
There's two of them. There's one of them, Voir, SeekTruth.com. That's my web page, and that comes out with all the information how to get the book. It was with the previous publisher, but right now I'm with Top Link. They're the ones that designed this book right here, and they're the publisher right now. They put out a web page called VourDireStory.com, and so in either one of those, you would be able to get the book. It has links to Amazon and different places where you could get the book. On my webpage, if you can't find VourDireStory.com, my webpage will still be up because my webpage is I created that one, and it has a presentation by me, and then also it has the first 2 chapters so that you could get a taste of what's the story's about, and if
That's
it's
awesome.
something.
All right, well, go out and buy your book. It sounds really, really interesting and really cool, and especially if someone is down this path, or maybe, either an addict or going down this path, you should read it.
Yeah, I think it would help out anyone, help them
Awesome.
understand.
And there's the website right there. We'll be right after back.